Coming up on Sports Tower Talk, we dive into our first episode into NBA action, where we got highlights and we dive into our top 10 teams and players in the league. All that and more, starting now. Hello and welcome to Sports Tavern Talk. I'm your host, Elijah Loyola. It is now time to start our edition into the NBA, so let's get to it. We're about only 4 weeks into the season, so there's really not much to say, only for the fact is that the start of the season has been wild. Lots of great games have already been played, so let's take a look at some highlights that took place earlier this week. We got the Atlanta Hawks and the Utah Jazz facing off at Delta Center. We head into the fourth quarter where Isaiah Collier passes to Jusuf Nurkic, passes to Lauri Markkanen, who makes a three-point shot where the Jazz take a 106-103 lead. On the Hawks' possession, Keenan Wallace passes out to Onyeka Okongwu, who passes to Vret Krejci, who makes the three-pointer as Atlanta takes the lead 108-106. Down by 2, Ace Bailey to Bryce Sensabaugh, who makes a three as the Jazz retake their lead. With 9 minutes left, the Hawks got some great ball movement as Luke Kennard passed out to Okongwu, who makes another three-pointer for the Hawks. Utah needing a shot to get back in this, Sensabaugh shoots a three-point attempt from the key and gets it, now trailing only by 1. The Hawks need to get going to extend their lead, and Okongwu gets it going with a long two-point shot to start it off. On the next possession, Jalen Johnson passes out to Okongwu, who has the high hand as he makes another shot. He finished it with 11 points in the fourth quarter. 7 minutes counting down. Nurkic passes to Markkanen as he pulls closer with a corner three with Atlanta. Down by 4. Collier passes out to Keontae George as he steps back and nails that three-pointer again as they go back to a 1-point game. Tie game as Johnson goes out to Okongwu, who misses, but rebounded by Dyson Daniels, and Johnson lays the alley-oop for Okongwu, making the 2 points on the board. Atlanta looking to extend their lead with Johnson in the paint, pass out to Krejci, out to Alexander Walker as he gets a tough layup driving inside the paint. Down by 9, Collier passes out to Sebastian Mikulu, passes back to Collier, who gets out to George for another 2, but it won't be enough as the Atlanta Hawks win it on the road with a final score of 132-122. Next up, we got the Miami Heat versus the New York Knicks. We head to the fourth quarter where the Heat get the ball moving, and Andrew Wiggins passes to Jaime Hawkins Jr. for the floater. As the Knicks get the ball, Josh Hart passes it to Jordan Clarkson, who makes a man miss and is going to nail the three-pointer to extend their lead. Down by 11, Miami needs to get going, but Josh Hart steals the ball as he gives to Clarkson, passes out back to Hart, out to Mikal Bridges, and BAM! Mikal nails a beautiful three after a beautiful possession. The Heat need to ramp up the pace, and Norman Powell drives in and gets the layup and one as he draws the foul against Cat. About 5 minutes left. Cat is double teamed, but he finds Hart as he passes out to Shamet, as Shamet drives in and gets the 2-point layup over Kello Ware. As Shamet gets the rebound he goes coast to coast and gets another layup to hype up this crowd as he finishes the game with 32 points with no Jalen Brunson on the court. Jumping ahead with a minute left, Hawkins passes up to Mitchell as he nails a 3-point shot, but the Heat could not close it as the New York Knicks will win behind Cat's 36 points and Shamet's 32 with a final score of 140-132. Man, after those highlights, I can't wait to see what the rest of the NBA is going to look like down the stretch. Anyway, we already got to see a small taste of what these teams look like. So here are my top 10 teams in the NBA as of right now. And here it is. At number 10, I have the Timberwolves. At surprisingly, the Bulls are at number 9. The Bulls together have put a nice start to their season. The Knicks and Rockets are up there at 7 and 8. Their start to this season is pretty good as well. We expected these two teams to be near the top as they have risen to be true contenders when the playoffs come. KD should be able to take command and lead the Rockets to a playoff push, and for the Knicks, they need to play great basketball all year long if they have a shot of reaching the NBA Finals this time around. And the Lakers, Cavaliers, and Nuggets sit between 4 through 6. All three have been playing great as of late and need to continue this kind of pace to set themselves up once again once the season is over. Now, I understand things can change over time, so this is just my list of my top 10 teams who I believe are in it. But anyways, let's get to the top 3 teams on my list. I have the Detroit Pistons at number 3. With an 11-2 record to start their season, they're on the fast track as they have taken first place in the Eastern Conference ahead of teams like the Knicks, Cavaliers, and Bucks. Detroit has played fairly well this year on offense thanks to Cade Cunningham, who is averaging 27.5 points per game and almost 10 assists per game, which is second in the NBA. As well as Jalen Duren, who is averaging over 19 points per game and 12 rebounds per game, which is top 5 in the league and having a 64.7 field goal percentage. But their defense has been great, having the second best rating in the league, only trailing to the Thunder. If they keep this up, they have a real shot to make it back to the playoffs. At number 2, give me the Denver Nuggets. I was one of those people that thought that the Nuggets weren't going to be good this year, but I stand corrected. They sit with a 92 record on the year, good for second in the Western Conference. And of course, the player spearheading the way is none other than Nikola Jokic. He is averaging a triple-double again this season, making an early case for MVP. Not only that, Denver brought on a lot of role players to build the supporting cast, and it is paying off. Because of this, the Nuggets are top 5 in offensive points per game, defensive points per game, field goal percentage, rebounds, and points differential. And at number 1, that's easy. It belongs to the Oklahoma City Thunder. OKC is already making their case to repeat as back-to-back champs, being with the team with the number 1 defense in the league once again. And as for their offense, Shea is leading the team in points, averaging over 30 points per game, and with assists with over 6 per game. They also have the 5th best offensive rating, and is a reason why they have the best record at 12-1. Moving away from the teams, we now go smaller and we get into our top 10 players in the NBA. Topics like this can get real debatable, so let's see how fans react to my list of my top 10 players. At number 10, I got Steph Curry. The Warriors don't have the greatest start to the year, but yet you should never count them out when Curry's on the court, and I do believe that they can make a playoff run this year. After Curry, Brunson, Cunningham, and Mitchell are next. All 3 of them have been balling out to start their seasons. They got their teams at the top of the standings, right where they should be, because if last year was any indication, they should be playoff teams again this year. Devin Booker is coming in at number 6, and look, I'm pretty sure the Suns are going to be good this year, but if they do make the play-in tournament, it would only be because of Booker. And finally, Austin Reeves and Tyrese Maxey take the last 2 spots. Both of them have been amazing to watch this year, especially since both have taken the next step further to improve their style of play. Maxey looks healthy this season, and with the rookie VJ alongside him, they are going to make some noise. And as for Reeves, he has finally settled in with the Lakers, where he's become a vital player with Luka and LeBron. When it comes to choosing the best player in the NBA, there's never one correct answer. People just say one name or say another, and it just becomes a debate. Well, luckily I have no one to debate, so I'm going to say who my top 3 players are in the NBA. At my number 3, give me the MVP in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shai continues to dominate in the league, ensuring why he won MVP last year. He is second in the league, leading in points per game with 32.5, and leads the team in assists. I know it feels wrong putting him down here, but despite how good of a player he has such a great team around him that he doesn't always need to be the guy. It also helps when you play with the number 1 defense in the league. At number 2, put the Greek Freak up there. Giannis has always been one of the best players to watch every year, and this season, he is playing out of his mind. He leads the NBA with over 33 points per game while averaging almost 12 rebounds per game. This man, despite all the rumors of him leaving the Bucks, he's stuck with the team and has given them everything he has and will continue to do so for who knows how long. But he will need a supporting cast to step up and win games as much as possible. At number 1, that spot belongs to Nikola Jokic. I mean, who else could it be? This man continues to play at such a high caliber in every game. Jokic is averaging a triple-double this year with 28.8 points per game, over 13 assists per game, and almost 11 rebounds per game. He is the driving force for the Nuggets and has shown everything that flows through him and him alone. No disrespect to Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray. I know they can step up and win games without him, but Jokic is the man that gives the team the best chance to win. That's all for today. Thanks for tuning in for this episode of Sports Tavern Talk, and be sure to be on the lookout for more episodes coming out later today. And as always, I will see you next time.